Hello grade 9s, welcome back to Masterandlearnit. In this video we are learning factorization by difference of two squares. And how do we factorize by difference of two squares? All you need to know from the word difference of two squares, you need two terms. So there are two terms and those terms must be separated by a minus, the word difference. So two terms are separated by minus and both terms must be perfect squares. But remember in the previous video we said you always begin by taking out the highest common factor. And if there's no highest common factor, if there are two terms and separated by a minus and both terms are perfect square, we use difference of two squares. So let's just get right in. I'm sure you know what perfect squares are. If you don't, multiply a number by itself. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9. All these are perfect squares. And if you have variables or letters, if you want to know if they are perfect squares, if the exponent, that small number on top, it's a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Basically, if the exponent is a multiple of 2, they are perfect squares. Okay, so let's get right in. I have a question here that says x squared minus 4. So first step, take out the highest common factor. On these two terms, there's no highest common factor. Next step is to see that these are two terms, they are separated by a minus and they are all perfect squares because 4 is a perfect square, x squared is a perfect square because the small exponent is a multiple of 2, 2, 4, 6. So you open your two brackets, then you write x because half x squared, half of x squared is x to the power of 1. Then of 4, the square root of 4 is 2 plus minus. Yes, we have two terms here, but this is not a difference of two squares. Yes, there are two terms separated by a minus, but here the exponent is 1, it's not a multiple of 2, so that's not a difference of two squares. This is our final answer. Let's try the next one, 4x to the power of 3 minus 4x. First step is to take out the highest common factor, and as you can see, 4 in these two terms, 4 is the highest common factor. X to the power of 3, x to the power of 1. X is also common, but you take to the power of 1, the smallest. Then we divide. So I'm going to divide by head. 4 divided by 4, we get 1. I can write it or choose not to write it. When you are dividing same variables, remember in the previous video, subtract the exponents 3 minus an exponent 1 here, we get a 2. A positive divided by negative is a negative. 4 divided by 4, it's a 1. Then the x cancels with the x, it's also 1. So it's like 1 times 1. So I have my 4x. In this case, I can choose to drop this 1 here. Minus 1 times 1 is just 1. And you can see that the expression inside the bracket is a difference of two squares. Why? Because x squared is a perfect square because the exponent is 2, a multiple of 2. And 1 is a perfect square, as you can see. So how do we factorize difference of two squares, by the way? Open two brackets. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 1 is 1 plus minus. This should be our final answer. How about the next one that says a to the power of 4 minus 81. So the first step is to take out the highest common factor, and there's no highest common factor. This is a difference of two squares. Why? Because the exponent here is a multiple of 2. Yes, 2, 4, 6. So 4 is a multiple. 81 is a perfect square because 9 times 9 is 81. You should know by now. Just list all the numbers and find the perfect squares. So what do? You open two brackets. Square root of 4 to the x to the power of 4, that's x to the power of 2. You just half this, x to the power of 2. Square root of 81, you don't have this. Use your calculator like the square root of 81. You're going to get 9 plus minus. But this is not our final answer. Why? Because a to the power of 2 is a perfect square. 9 is also a perfect square. And they are separated by a minus. So this part only is still a difference of two squares. But this one, no. Why? Because it's separated by a plus. So we're talking of a difference separated by a minus. So I rewrite this expression, a squared plus 9. But this, since it's a difference of two squares, I open two brackets. Square root of a squared, that's a square root of 9, that's 3 plus minus. Yes, these are two terms, but they are normal perfect squares because the exponent here is a 1, and we say the exponent should be 2, 4, 6, the multiples of 2. So this is our final answer. I hope now you find it easy to factorize by difference of two squares. And really, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs, share to your friends, and always subscribe to Masterandlearnit, where we make learning easy and enjoyable. See you in the next video where we do trinomial factorization.